Hello, I'm Ted. Welcome to my world of modelling and make-believe. This is an evening scene at the Moody Cow public house.
So this is the first electrical
This
model you've done, isn't it?
It's a similar theme to one or two others I've made, but this is the first time I've used an electric motor.
Is that ever? It's the first time ever.
Yeah, because it's been a bit of a learning curve. The actual model was fairly straightforward to build, but the electrics were a bit of a pain, having to work in such a confined space. But they got I was a bit frustrated. It's just that the connections have got to be actually spot on. I finished up soldering every single connection just to get it to work.
Yeah.
So I've learned a few things. The main thing is getting the right motor, because this one's a little bit noisy. I'm sure you can must be able to get motors quieter than this.
Yeah, yeah.
I've toned it down as much as I can. I'm assuming you can get quiet motors. And
there must be out there. Just
well. That motor only revs at 150 revs a minute, but that's far too quick even for the lighthouse and the waterfall. Maybe you can see the water.
You can't see. I think you have to put the light.
Well,
on
I'll put the light on
for the waterfall.
No, I'm going to try and get a motor next with a bit more torque, because I think it's labouring a little bit. A bit more torque, but where the motor is geared down itself, so I haven't got a. I struggled a bit to get it down to that speed, to be honest.
So what have we actually got here? So it's well, because it's hard to see in the dark. The rest of it, you can only really see it. Yeah, okay. Go on then.
Well, the theme is the biker's day out at the seaside.
At the Moody Cow.
They're having a drink in the Moody Cow. I wasn't thinking of your mum when I named it. Actually, that is a pub. I'm not sure if it's still there, but
it is a G.
It's in the Ross and Wye.
So it is based on a real pub.
It is actually a pub, yeah. I don't know if it's still there now, but it's a real ale pub.
Yeah, you can see the waterfall now with the lights on, can't you?
So it's not easy gearing it down to the right speed. That's not bad now, but I actually had to buy another little gizmo. Don't ask what it's called, but it sort of turns down the voltage from the motor.
Yeah.
And it's made it a little bit quieter, but it's just a bit of a learning curve at the moment. I'll get there. I've got to do a bit more research, but it's added another dimension now, a motor, and I'm really enjoying it. And certainly that's what I intend to do just for the time being.
Yeah.
It's like the bikes. See, I was at a boot sale earlier on in the year, and there's a chap selling these bikes for £1 each. No,
and you've been trying to think ever since how you can fit them in.
Well, I'll tell you what happened. He was selling these, now I don't know what they're selling for, I think probably go for about a tenner. But when I saw them at £1 each, I thought, okay, I bought half a dozen. Quarter of an hour later, there was a lady selling these off. And they were about 50p each, believe it or not.
Yeah.
I think sadly her mum had died and she was getting rid of them all.
Mm.
So that gave me the idea then of a sort of a biker's day out. But then I thought, wouldn't it be nice to have some lights, so it lights up at night? But of course I can't do that. So that's when I come up with the idea of making my own pub. And I must admit, it is a nice effect, don't you think, with a...
It does look, yeah, I mean, especially with the lights out, it's very atmospheric,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I'll finish up by turning the lights out again at the end, but shall I sort of tell you how I made some of the bits and pieces? The tree actually is made from, I got some of the pieces, like, just copper wire.
Oh, so that's all wound wire, is it?
So I get half a dozen, I'll just show you, I get half a dozen strands. I put them in the end of the chuck, I'll put the drill in the vise, and then just tighten it onto the wire, give it a couple of spins, and then holding it about 3 inches from the end, because that's where you open out the branches. So it will twist that really tight in a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
And then I make about 6 of those, then carefully just wind them all together, leaving them separate at the bottom so as you can form the roots. Well, let me just show you. A good way of doing it is just, you've got a little book on bonsai plants, but there's so many fascinating shapes you can follow. That's what I do. So you just, all these different shapes, you can follow that. It's best just to get a shape that you like, and then just form that. And when you form the shape you want, using a mixture of PVA glue and this decorator's polyfiller, right? The fine powder type. Mix that, and then I mix most of the stuff. I've mixed the waves and everything. It's just that mixture, but then you just mix it to a sort of a thick, creamy consistency, and just form the tree. Little sanding down, then do it again. For the second application, you've got it pretty well as you want it. And then pick a dark colour, in this case it was chocolate brown, thoroughly coat it all. When that's dry, get a lighter colour, I think it was this one, yeah, and with just a very coarse brush, honey brown it is, just stipple it out, and then just very lightly brush over it. It just leaves all that original dark brown. It gives that sort of,
does look
quite a realistic effect, and it's dead easy to do using that application. The foliage, you can get this, it's not worth trying to make. You can just buy a big bag of this fairly cheaply. You just pick these to the shape you want. And I super glue this on, because using super glue you can work straight away.
Yeah.
You know, just a little dab on the end, press it down a few seconds, that's it. So you haven't got to wait for the other glues to set, you see.
Yeah.
So I use super glue in the construction of these. And now round here, the beach, that's sand off a tropical beach. I'll show you the difference. This is our sand. See the difference? Now that's off a tropical.
Where did you get that from, Nick?
Well, it's off a tropical beach over the phone. But I mean, I can't really say where it comes from, because I think you can get into trouble. Although, I mean, as you can say, that's not going to cause a great deal of difference to the environment. But I don't want to say where it's from. I'll just say, muchas gracias, amigo. Me gustan tus cervezas y también tal vez un poco tequila. I hope I got that right. No plug of it. So I formed the waves the same, look. That mixture.
Yeah.
Now that I've glossed that, all the rest of it is like a matte. And the reason I use the varnish is because if you just leave it with the acrylic paints, it gets dirty very quickly with handling. Once you give it one coat of matte varnish, water-based matte varnish, it doesn't matter how many times you handle it, it doesn't get dirty.
Yeah.
So that's all matte, but that's obviously being the water, it's glass. So whenever I go out, I'm always on the lookout for, can you say the parasol? All that is, do you know these little blocks you make the ice cubes?
Oh yeah, yeah.
That's all that is, look. That's the first one I made, but that was too big. So I just made another one a bit smaller. So that's it, mate, stuff like that. The bench was a bit of work involved. That's sort of trying to replicate the soy sand. That's why the pub, you know, the seat and bench integrated.
Yeah, it's like a proper little pub table, isn't it?
Now this stuff like potpourri, look. It's surprising what you can find in these. So look, you can just so look. They look fairly realistic, don't they?
Oh, is that what the shrubs are? Potpourri?
That's all they are. Sometimes you can see some really interesting stuff. What was it there? When I'm walking out in the countryside, I'm trying to pick up this type of thing. It's surprising.
Yeah.
You know what you can come up with. What's that? An acorn, I think. But as you say, like, you can imagine the bits and pieces are there. There's a possibility you can. That's probably got a use. Can't give anything right now, but I'm sure you could use them. See what I'm saying? Look, you can use all of these, like when you're making stuff in miniature. So that's what I'm always doing when I walk in the countryside. That's like dyed lichen. You know the moss you get up in the Alps and places like it thrives in the cold weather, but lichen or the type of moss.
And that's the tree foliage. That's
the part. Well, no, that's that shrub actually. That foliage, it's this stuff. I'm not quite sure what it is actually. I don't know, some kind of plastic maybe.
Yeah.
But that's brilliant for the foliage, as you can see. Anything else? You got anything you want to ask her?
Yeah, what do the electrics look like?
Ugly. Like I say, it was a learning curve. A hell of a game getting it to work, so I feel a hell of frustration. I just soldered everything solid.
So you just had loose connections somewhere along the line, you
couldn't
work out where they were?
Loose connections. What did you talk? I turned the wires together. There appeared to be good connections everywhere, but it was touch and go. But since I soldered everything together, it works the trick.
Yeah.
But it just makes it a bit difficult if you've got to replace a bulb. So my first job was to find out what sort of connectors I can connect the bulbs with, how they're just ready and replaceable.
Yeah.
Now this gives me, like, I don't know what you call it. Can you see this one? It was still running too quick. Now this, it sort of reduces the voltage somehow. Look. I don't know what it's called. That's how noisy the motor is. It's too noisy. But
it's almost like some kind of dimmer switch, isn't it? I can't think what you call it now.
It's very sensitive. I'm hardly moving it.
Well, it's all experience for the next
I'll have more on the next time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's been very time consuming. To be honest, I was having to get this done for Christmas. But I couldn't manage it. Did you hear about that chap who the company asked him to work Christmas Day? They said, we'll pay a double time, we'll give you a day in lieu. He said, no, I'm not going to come, just for one day. He laughed.
So was you happy with it in the end?
Well, yeah, I'm going to stick with the motor I do now because it's, as you can see, it's some fantastic effects you can get. I've just got quite a bit to learn about how to use electrics properly, maybe getting the right motor. But a motor that's geared down so I haven't got to mess about with these voltage reducers and stuff. They're a bit temperamental.
Yeah.
So if
I suppose if any viewers have got any...
Well, yeah. But if I can get some kind of a geared motor, I can go right down to, what are you looking, 20 revs a minute, I presume, for the light, something like that. But that's just a bit sporadic, isn't it? It's not, I'm sure I can get a lot better than that. Shall I just strip it down briefly then?
Yeah.
Right, I'll send it all right then. Do you like the bikes? My bike's got the engine of that. GSX 1100 Suzuka.
Same bike as
same engine.
Same engine as yours.
Well, that's it then.
So yeah, so if any viewers have got any helpful advice, they can leave it in the comments down below.
Yeah, if you will. I was looking forward to reading the comments.
Yeah.
Especially if they've got some advice as to.
Yeah, especially if they've got any of
their
own experience using
those reduction problems with quiet motors and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I've got actually no idea at this moment in time. I'll just show you briefly then, Steve, how the only say it's something else which I'll improve on. I've used
access,
yeah. Now with this, you see, so all this comes off. Now this lifts out of here, look. Now take the elastic band off there, right? So that's how I got the drive. That actually just, well, see what this is. It's one of those, look. This is a spoke from a push bike wheel, look.
Yeah.
That's what that is, look.
Oh, is that what it is?
That's all that is, one of those. It's really strong and slightly flexible. And all I did, I super glued this pulley onto that. So the elastic band connected to the gear. Just turn that slowly. Don't like that. Now I should be able to. Thought of it. So lift that out there. This should just pull out now.
Yeah.
In theory. Probably slightly. I wondered if I've forgotten anything. No, I think it's coming. Oh, and that's the back, look. See, look. That little bulb there. I don't think I can pull it actually. I really should be able to get this out above there. I think you'll have to settle for. No. So I haven't really tried this yet anyway, so. Anyway, that's how.
So you haven't had it out then since you soldered the boat light?
No, to be honest, once I got it working, I didn't want to touch it. But I struggled to get it all working, but it did tonight. But
yeah.
So see, the waterfall is connected direct to that shaft lock, which is on the same one as that pulley on the end with the elastic band to drive the lighthouse. And these are the. I've got one for the lighthouse, and one for the lights. So separate batteries, you say. So I could turn the lights on independent of the lighthouse and waterfall.
Yeah.
So I switched it in the end. It's like all this is like a worm drive from the motor to drive that shaft, and it's geared down from 150 revs to about 30.
Yeah.
It's interesting, but I'll certainly find a better method for doing it. So
well, it's all experience, isn't it?
Yeah, I've enjoyed it. I must admit, I've enjoyed it. So let's see.
So what you got a plan next?
Well, I want to do. Well, improve on it naturally. I don't know what theme it'll be. I mean, I love these sort of seaside themes. Maybe even something else like that, but I don't. Or maybe something entirely different. I don't know. But I will be using the motor, albeit something a bit more sophisticated than that. With the geared motor, so I don't have to bother with all these little gizmos that sort of hypersensitive.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know yet, but hopefully I'll be able to do it within a few weeks. So until the spring, then I'll say bye for now.